Hi guys, this is Alexander. I went to the uh, Hollywood, Florida regionals this weekend. Ended up 17th place and got my invite. And yeah, I mean it was okay, but ended up 6-2. Um, and yeah, I was playing Altergeist, and this is gonna be my deck list. First of all, obviously the multi-figure, it's a one. The standard package for the most part. Three Maliseek, uh, two Silk, and one Conquery. Triple Marinator. Most standard build ever. Uh, then afterwards, for the hand traps, I played three Ash Blossoms and one Diddy Crow. Diddy Crow was just my 40th card. I wanted to play it, but I never. When I played it at 2 or 3, I always saw it multiples, and this one card that I think is good, but I prefer to play win more cards, cards that like are devastating to your opponent. And this card like is good, but doesn't do that. But when I saw it at 1, it was good. It was decent. Most of the time it helped. Never saw multiples, so that was good. And if I didn't saw it, it was okay. Then again, for the spells, uh, pretty standard too. Triple extravagance, double duality. That's it for draw power, as much as I want. I mean, duality is pretty good also when you're deciding to go second to be able to get to your side deck cards like evenly. Well, it's in the main, but other cards like I mean, well, yeah, for the most part evenly. Yeah, that and maybe like Raw Sphere mode. Um, Uh, then triple evenly. This card was so good this weekend. I went second a lot of times. I fortunately enough never saw multiples of them, which was very helpful. And I think that just because of what it gives you, in many of the matchups, it just gives you a win automatically. I had a guy that was playing combo and he summoned was playing Orcus combo, and he summoned Aqua Dolphin and saw my hand and saw the evenly, and he didn't have an out to it, and so he had to make a very terrible board, and I was able to win. Um, I played triple strikes and triple solemn judgments, pretty good, standard. Two crackdowns. It was pretty good. I didn't like compulsory. Just I had a lot of times where my opponent special summoned something that I needed to stop their turn from going on. And compulsory, usually if they special summoned it, they were able to just normal summon it again and be able to do stuff. So I opted for crackdown because it pretty much stops, especially the stuff from going on. One Imperial Order, just win more card, as I said before. Going first. If you see it many times, every time I saw it going first, I won. And the Altergeist trap cards, two protocol, and one manifestation. I want to try the two manifestations. I haven't done it yet. I just thought it's such a breaky card, and I'm already running hand traps and stuff like that that I don't want to see multiples of. So, but it's pretty good when you draw it with Conquery, and it's just so good once you have your stuff going on. Um, then triple spoofing, you have to play it, and final hand trap, triple impermanence, so good. Um, It really helps with stopping people from playing. Um, Many times, if you have it with evenly, it just guarantees that you're gonna win that game, especially going second, of course. And yeah, that was basically it. Now for the extra deck, well, most of the cards were not important. It's Altergeist, so you don't use most of your extra deck, to be honest. Some of the most important cards and the cards that I actually played: triple Hexia. It's always really good. You always do it with your combos. Prime Banshee is pretty good. I did not actually use it this tournament, I believe. I can't remember. I don't think ever did. Um, then triple Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh was I mean, Linkuriboh, you need it for your Meluseek and whatnot. I actually banished all my copies with extravagance ones, and I was thankfully playing the Amirash. The one of I was if I would have probably got my hands on more, I probably would have played more. Just because of the Shadow matchup, thankfully I didn't saw any. Um, but like just the fact that you can send it with its own effect to avoid the Shadow fusion from resolving with the cards from the deck is very good. Um, then after that, the last card that I actually got to use was Nightmare Phoenix. It was really good when I was playing the mirror match. Game one, the person I knew that he searched a protocol with the Marionetter, and he didn't have much more back row, and I needed to have and I knew he had a multi-faker in hand, um, and well, I was trying to chain block the Meluseek from being negated. I had activated multi-faker, and I had a multi-faker and a Meluseek, and so instead of going into Hextia, in order to have my Meluseek saved, I summoned this instead, so that way I could make the Meluseek chain link 1 and this chain link 2, so he would only be able to respond to this, and so I did that, and that won me that game. Um, then afterwards, then some of the extra deck cards which were good in testing. I mean Hida was really good in testing, especially against Salads, mostly against Salads. Avermax is always good. Um, Boral Sword, I mean, never got to go into it, but it's theoretically good. Ningirsu, a way smaller link that you can make that it doesn't uh that helps you play around certain cards. Um, Servers, just another option, and Borload. And that's it for the extra deck. Now for the side deck, let's go into it. I was playing double Nibiru. It was good in the Luna Light matchup. Never got to see it at all in most matchups, to be honest. Uh, Sometimes it is good. I mean, it is very good actually against the Rockets too. Just never got to see it in those matchups. One Prankitops is just so good against the mirror match, and some other trap decks, and even some other matchups, even the combo decks sometimes. Um, then afterwards, I was playing. Let's see, 1 second. I was playing double Wing Dragger of Rise Fear mode. Honestly, never got to see it. I'm, I may think of getting rid of it, to be honest. It wasn't that great overall, but it may be because I never got to see it. Usually games never got to the point where I had to break boards, um, but it's still. Um, Different Dimension Ground, this card was so good, I barely saw it. But when I did saw it, it was really good. It helped me a lot against a Lunalight player. Um, just stop their turn for that 1 turn, and I was able to go off with Multi-Faker, and at that point I was not letting him play. Um, then double Heavy Storm Duster, really good in the mirror match. Really good in the mirror match. It's very good. Might decide to bump it to 3. Uh, then also 3-up pointer of the Red Lotus. This card is so good. When I saw it, uh, and yeah, it's just so good. You can get rid of like when you don't see the evenly or the lightning storm in their hand, it's even better because then at that point you can just take out the key card from their hand. You can just activate it in the standby phase, get rid of like Magician's Soul, and they get pretty screwed. Then afterwards, double Droll Lockbird. Never saw it. It's in theory a decent card. I mean, Altergeist usually don't like Droll and Lock because even though it's not really good because you can't actually advance your game state and you can't OTK your opponent. With this card, it just stops them from a turn. For a turn, going second, it is very imperative that your opponent doesn't do a board. So as long as you can do your board, and with the extra card that you get for your turn, hopefully if you draw this, you're able to like not let them play next turn, which is important. Other than that, yeah, this card is not great in the deck, but And like in the grind game, this card doesn't work or anything, so that's why I put it at 2. But it's okay. It's pretty decent in order to like be able to play. And that's it. I hope you guys like it.